what do we need? We need a paid subscription from ChatGPT, Google Sheets, or for example, Airtable, Invoice. We're going to work with Make. We can do this on a free plan. We head over to ChatGPT. In ChatGPT, we go to the right corner, we click here, and we click on My GPTs, create a GPT. We can give our GPT a name. Normally we give it the instruction here, but now we will connect it to Make through a webhook. So we need to go to Make first to set up our webhook, and we can connect GPT with Make with the webhook. The webhook is some kind of connection that we can integrate in the programs together. So going to Make that, and we make a new scenario. When we are in the scenario tab, we click on the plus sign in the middle and we go to webhooks. You can type it here if you don't have it, and we go for custom webhook. We make a new webhook, so we choose add. Now we give it a name. So I give the name Invoice. Click on save, and now we have our webhook URL. Now we can copy the address to the clipboard because we need it in our prompt. So we close this, and now I go to my prompt. If you want to have access to the prompt, to the sheet, and all the instructions, you can go to my Skool community. There you can find all the information below the video, and otherwise look at screen, pause the screen, and repeat what I do. So I go to the prompt, I paste my webhook in, and you can do it without webhook and change webhook afterwards because you don't want to share your webhook with everybody. And now we go to create new action because we want to connect or make scenario with the ChatGPT assistant. We must make a scheme, and we can make it to get help from Action GPT. So we click on this button, and now there's opening a new tab. And this is Action GPT, and here you can make up your whole scheme on the way you want and in the way you think it's necessary. So you see the prompt, create a scheme, and now it's going to generate a scheme for us. And now we have our scheme, and now we're going to copy it. It has generated everything I want. Going to ChatGPT, paste in my scheme, and now we're going to test it over here. So I'm going to enter my PDF. And now send this to Make. But before we do this, I must run the webhook. Choose run it once, and now it's the webhook running, and when it's received data, you will see a circle with a 1 pop up. So we see it's receiving the data from ChatGPT. Now we're going back to ChatGPT, and we're going to run this, send this to Make. Now we're going to Make, and we hope that our scheme is right, and we're going to add it to Make. Confirm, because I want to confirm the action. The invoice details have been successfully sent to make.com. Let me know if you need further assistance. Now we're going to Make, and what we see is we have the date on the invoice, we have the amount, VAT, the name from the customer, and the address. And is this the same as what's on an invoice? Here is sending tax, VAT, amount, name, date. As you see, we have all the information from our invoice in the webhook. And now we're going to connect our webhook to a Google Sheet, for example. You can also connect it to Airtable or another program. As in this example, I'm going to use Google Sheet. If you want to use Google, you must have a connection with Google, and I will paste the link to the video below so you can make a connection to Google before using this. But for now, we set up the module in Make with Google. So we're going to Google Sheets, and we want the information that we have gotten from our webhook to add in a sheet. So we choose add a row, and now we have connection. If you don't have the connection, you can click on add and add your connection. So we're going to choose file, invoice registration. That's the name of my invoice registration. You see it's sheet 1. So we're going to search for sheet name sheet 1, and now use table contains headers. Now we see all the headers we have in the sheet. Here we have date, total amount, VAT, name, address. And if we want to connect the data from a webhook to a module, we're going to click inside the value, and now we search for the date because we want to add the date in a Google Sheet. So we click date, total amount, we click on total amount, VAT, click here, name, customer name, address. And now we click on OK. And for now we are set. So I'm going to enter the same invoice again and run it to my ChatGPT assistant to see if it's working. So first I go to run once, because the webhook must work, otherwise we don't get the data. Now I go to my GPT. So I put in the PDF again. It's the same PDF. Send this to make. And now it's going to start to work. We must confirm it. And as we confirm it, we see we received the data. Did we receive everything? We received everything. And now we're going to see if it's added all the data from the webhook, from our GPT, is in our Google Sheet. And now we have our invoice registration in the right way. We get our invoice from the GPT. We send it to Make, and Make send it to our Google Sheet. And now is the latest part we need to do. We're going back to our GPT. We can give it a photo or use DALL-E to make a photo. I use DALL-E, so it's making a photo, so it's looking more appealing, and we can use it directly with a great picture. So it's working on the picture, and now the picture is ready, and now we can choose anyone with the link or only me. I choose for only me and save it, and now I get a link that I can use. So the next time I want to go to my GPT for my invoices, I go to this link, and it will open up my GPT invoice organizer.